Alright guys, it's Jahlon with the Paradox Gaming Network, and I am sorry I missed my show on Friday, but as you can hear, I am just barely starting to get my voice back. So I am going to do this video in hopefully one take, try to ease the strain on my vocal cords. I wanted to make sure to get this video out today. There is a lot of MMO news. A lot of people like the new format, so they can just throw this up on their side screen. So let's just dive right into the news this week. So first up, Ashes of Creation, they had a live stream this week. As always, I did a complete video on the live stream recapping everything. That's what you're seeing playing in the lower corner. I'm going to give you the top bits and pieces, the too long didn't read or actually didn't watch highlights. They gave us a ton of information on ships and ship professions. Whereas most games you have your primary character class, your crafting class, your gathering class. Well, we know there's some stuff in Ashes to do with social organizations, religion. We also found out this week that you're going to get specific skills for being on ship. We also found out information on those social organizations. You're going to be able to be a member of the Thieves Guild, the Merchants Guild, or the Wizards Guild. Those organizations are going to be somewhat player run, but they're always going to have a PC component. And then combat, I know everyone's been waiting for the combat. Combat's going to be previewed next month. So I'm betting that the next milestone that they've referenced numerous times has been getting the combat up to speed. If you want to know more, check out the link in the description below for this week's Ashes video. Next up, we got Bless. Even though I don't play Bless anymore, I will keep going with some Bless news. They're trying to bring in more tweaks, but I think it's too little too late. They say that on the 18th of July, they're going to have an update. They're going to bring a new difficulty level to one of their dungeons, which is going to allow for heroic weapons to drop from that final boss. They say they're doubling dungeon drop rates. They say that combat targeting is coming soon. Balancing changes are coming soon. I have soon in trademarks in the air quotes because honestly, it's a little too late, in my opinion, for balancing and combat targeting. These are some of the things you talked about with launch. As you can see, as of last night during prime time, their numbers are way low. I don't think they're going to have a problem with the server merges now. If they only got 3,000 players playing a day, they can certainly go down to 4 servers. With Fractured, surprise donations, some huge money this week brought them up to some good numbers. Now you'll notice that I'm showing 2 different screen caps of their Kickstarter. One is from this morning where they have $88,579 pledged. And then you'll see one from yesterday where they have less backers but more money. So I don't want people to get all excited. Don't get like, oh yeah, Fractured's going to make it. I really hope Dynamite Studios makes it. I think they're good guys. But I think somebody might be punking them a little bit. It seems really weird that all their big packages would sell out all right at the same time. What this does is it kind of screws them on Kickstarter, because if somebody pledged it just to artificially get the number up, it locks out somebody who might genuinely have wanted to back that kind of money. Hopefully tomorrow there is a live Q&A with the CEO of the company. Hopefully that will generate some more interest, maybe bump them up to that goal. But this right here, I think, is the important thing that I think when they redo their Kickstarter, and I think they're going to have to, this is going to help them right from the get-go. This is what players want to see. What is my playtesting roadmap? If you want me to pledge today, that's going to let me buy into Beta 2, when exactly am I going to be able to buy into that? Now, people that have followed my videos know that I have said that Intrepid Studios behind Ashes of Creation has done things great. I think that Dynamite Studios, who is doing Fractured, I think they're watching all the good things going on and they're improving on them. This should become the standard now. I would expect everybody who does a Kickstarter for an MMO to put this out right there kind of at the beginning. If Fractured, if Dynamite, who's a really small studio, if they can do this, then everybody should be able to do something neat and clean like this so there's no surprises. Let's talk about Warlord's Awakening. You're seeing a little bit of footage in the bottom corner right now. we're able to start streaming video and start making videos. I've been able to do this all week. However, due to illness, I've basically been in bed. It's my goal for the week to bring you guys a little bit more concrete footage than just what you're seeing. This is just me playtesting on a really low-level character. So far, I'm going to say it's pretty enjoyable. Kind of hard for me, given that the keyboard I have to switch stances with F1, F2, F3. As you guys know about my left hand, I struggle just to get up to 1, 2, 3, 4. Having to go all the way up to F1, F2, F3, making it a little difficult. Plus, your skills are 1 through 4, A, S, D. It's really weird. It's not a standard layout. Probably going to have to do a lot of key mapping for myself, personally. Play with. They did some smart things. Really happy to see them doing this. What they did is they assembled a team of ambassadors, and this is going to be their testers and their content creators. They're pretty serious about having a good relationship with them. As you can see in the bottom left corner, all of the ambassadors' names are in the thanks to. They're in the credits. That's a really cool thing that they did. It helps give some content creators some legitimacy. Lets them say, hey, I worked on this game, so there I am, Paradox Gaming Network. We together have worked on Warlords Awakening. I think that's pretty cool. Next up, Aliens Colonial Marines. You guys know that I don't like first-person shooters in and of themselves, but I love the Aliens franchise. So it's really kind of cool that the game's several years old now, and it was on sale for $3, and a modder got into it. This came from PC Gamer Magazine. A gamer was in the code, and he found this line of code that says, attach pawn to tether, but it's supposed to be tether, and tether doesn't have an A in it. And when you go into your INI file and you change that line and you fix the typo, it actually does change the xenomorph behavior, and let me tell you, it makes it a lot more difficult. They don't do the same predictable pop out of a vent, run around, run back up into the vent. I always thought it was weird that the AI was just so broken. Well, this is what you get when you have a typo. Civ 6, they had a similar issue this year. A typo was preventing the AI from properly allocating its resources. Now, I want people to realize that this is just an example of why you can't rush production. One letter had a horrible impact on the enemy AI. Now that it's fixed, is Aliens Colonial Marines going to suddenly see a major rebirth? Sadly, I don't think so. But what it should remind people is that when it's taking time to release a game, realize if you don't have time to get it right the first time, you may never find the line of code that has a bug in it. Crowfall. I'm going to talk about Crowfall. I know a lot of people are Crowfall fans. Probably going to get a little bit of hate from them on this one. They're selling their engine, but where's the game? They're releasing their engine under Artcraft Technologies, so they're kind of doing like an Epic Games, where Epic Games sells Unreal Engine, but they also produce Fortnite. It's a novel idea, but the game hasn't even come out yet. I have a major concern with this, and that is, if this engine is so easy to use, what's taking so long to finish Crowfall? And if you're suddenly going to start supporting an engine and you're going to spin off this new company to do that, are you going to be able to produce results equal to Unreal Engine 4? And if you can't, is that going to hurt future game developers? Yeah, Unreal Engine, they take a 5% cut off the top as the standard contract, but they fully support the game, and there's about $20 million worth of assets in Unreal Engine from where they closed Paragon, and then they had some other assets there. So as much as I like competition, I don't really think that you should be selling the engine to a game that you haven't even released yet, because there's no major selling point. I just don't see it. I'm going to talk about Heroes of the Storm. For those of you that play Heroes, Raynor and Azmodan got their reworks this week, and let me tell you, they are major pains in my ass now. Adapting to the changes is difficult. Raynor is a beast now. I don't like it. Dodgebrawl, which we're seeing on the bottom, it's sand dodgeball with Chromie. Really fun game that is this week's Brawl. And my OCD is done. Guys, you know I have like moderate OCD when it comes to like certain things. I really wanted to change my avatar for heroes because I was using a boring one, and I saw this one. I was like, yeah, man, that's kind of cool. It's like, it's Underrealm, it's Undercity. I like it. I like the gothic motif. I had to get Sylvanas and Stitches up to level 15. So while I couldn't talk, I powered through that. If you play heroes, shoot me a message. I'll add you to my friends list because it's where I usually hang out while I'm not MMOing. The Culling II. Guys, when I talk about motivation, I talk about how to make differences and changes in your life. You guys always hear me say, only you can fix you. Well, the Culling, they didn't stay true to themselves, and they really failed. The Culling was very unique. It was Battle Royale with melee weapons. They stopped development on it to make the Culling II. And what they basically did is they made a lower class version of PUBG or Fortnite, and the people hated it. I mean, as you can see these numbers, one person playing a Battle Royale game, 250, not even 250 people, all-time peak. They've released an article that says now they have to stop as a studio and do some soul searching. Well, yeah, because you tried to copy. Everybody wants to get rich. The truth is that sometimes you have to just make a good game and then roll on after that. And to close things up today, I want to talk about Black Desert Online. They're doing their Conquest Wars changes. As you guys know, Conquest Wars are now down as of yesterday. They're due to return on the 22nd of July, but nobody has any idea what the rules are. This is a bad way to do updates. It once again shows that a company is doing minimal testing. They're not getting people involved. They're not releasing. They're not talking. They're basically doing the old school mentality of we know what's best for you, and so take it and like it. I think that this era of gaming is over. If companies aren't willing to work with their player base to make the game better, then they're not really concerned about making the game better. All right, guys, that's it. The voice is gone. Got it done in one take. I should hopefully have my voice back for my Wednesday night show. If not, I'm going to have to punt again. I got to get this voice better. I got to get back to bed. I really do feel like trash. Join me on Discord if you want to talk. Join me at Twitch. Or make sure to check out the Patreon site. I totally revamped it while I was laying in bed this week. Sort of mapped out where I want to go for the next couple of months. All right, guys, take care. I want to get into post-production and then die from this cough. Have a good weekend. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? There's videos up here to watch. You gotta go over here. Hit the chibi. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the webpage. And I'll see you guys on Twitch.